Hello, I have something to share that I hope will help you. Have you ever heard the expression walking on eggshells? So, when somebody goes through a traumatic experience, it's a very normal reaction to kind of brace yourself and to be better prepared next time, not to be blindsided by a heartbreaking event. So, it's kind of like we guard our heart and we don't want to be punched in the gut again. And the problem with that is that you never get a chance to truly live if you don't heal that fear and that trauma in your body. Because how life works, there will always be challenges, right? It's not like we're going to arrive to that point and suddenly all the problems will disappear. Every level in life that we arrive has new, different kind of problems, but it's exciting to find solutions for them, and sometimes it's hard and painful, but it's like a whole nother level, and it's like an adventure kind of. But the adventure can only happen if you allow yourself to live fully. And what I mean by fully, Brene Brown says it so beautifully, how the birthplace of everything we wish for, whether it's connection, joy, love, creativity, innovation, all the good things in life, are born out of vulnerability. And vulnerability means when you allow yourself to get hurt. So, how the hell is it possible to allow yourself to get hurt if you have already been so hurt and it's still bleeding, right? So, it's really only after you heal your heart and you build back up a trust in yourself that you can allow yourself to be vulnerable. But even before that happens, even before you get the help to heal, there is something so important to realize. When we are walking on eggshells, when we live in that hyper-vigilant state where we don't want to be hurt again, what happens is we don't allow ourselves to have joy. And joy is the fuel in life. If you don't allow yourself to have pleasure, to have fun, to play, you're always very serious and only do work and sleep and rest if you do the rest. But like, life is very two-dimensional. It doesn't have the real essence, the real fuel for you to thrive and to like live fully, basically. So what happens is that if we do allow ourselves to feel more joy, it gives us the battery that when we have difficult times, we have more energy for it. When we block that joy, when we block that out of our lives, because it's the most vulnerable thing is to feel joy, because it's literally bracing yourself that maybe the joy will end up in not such a good way. But sometimes it doesn't, right? So while it lasts, while you have that joy, to allow yourself to sink into it, to indulge, that fills you up with new battery for life. And when a hard thing happens, you have a lot more strength to cope with it. So a good analogy that I was thinking of is, imagine you have a wonderful jacuzzi in your backyard, like really a little paradise for yourself, a garden and everything, and there's a big, like a tablecloth over that, like a plastic or whatever, and like a black sheet over it or whatever you want to call it. And all your life, you go out in your garden, but you don't allow yourself to take that sheet off, because heaven forbid if when you come out of that jacuzzi, something is not going to work out so well, and you're going to be so brokenhearted, and it wouldn't have been worth it to get your hopes up. So what happens is, if you do allow yourself to sit in that jacuzzi and to recharge and refresh your energy, it's, even if something doesn't work out, you're able to cope with it a lot better. So I'm sharing this just because it's good to have the information. Once we are aware, We can allow ourselves slowly but surely, a little bit at a time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be like you turn a switch on and suddenly you're allowing yourself to feel joy. As I said before, vulnerability happens when we feel safe. So the courage to feel joy is a journey. It's not an overnight thing. But once you start, every little bit of joy that you give yourself gives you more battery. So I hope this helps.